Hey there, you're watching the Jessa Channel on YouTube. I'm Jessa, and today is the 7th of Frostfall. That's October on our calendar. It's mourned us in the 4th era 201 here in the land of Skyrim. The afternoon draws on as Kinlen walks to Riften. And at the end of the last episode, I left her here on the road to the Riften with a promise that we would continue on that road here in this episode. I also did one more thing because I had forgotten in Kinlen's outfit here as a simple farm maiden and a missionary of Stendarr, I forgot her lute. Her lute. Kinlen's training at the priory included not just the arts of the warrior, but the arts of the bard as well too. So Kinlen has borrowed 2 lutes from the Imperial camp here, and there's one there for Valgus, who shall be Johnny throughout this episode. So if you're just dropping in to this episode, Kinlen is on her way to Riften to regain the rift as part of the Imperial regaining of the rift, what I just said. But yeah, she's been given orders by Legate Rikke to find out something on a possibly corrupt Imperial, let's try this again. Let's try English. A possibly corrupt, oh goodness, the Jarl's second in the Jarl's steward. There we go. I can think. I've only recorded 1 episode today, so I don't know why I'm so tongue-tied. Anyway, so Kinlen is here in disguise yet again, and I've been so surprised at how many opportunities there are for disguise in the Civil War quest line. I had no idea. Anyway, Kinlen is going as Fiolia here, a missionary of Stendarr, to pass along Stendarr's mission. And this whole idea came to her because she had an amulet of Stendarr in her backpack that we just picked up somewhere. Oh no! Yanni, be most careful! I don't think so! A vile beast! Keeping in, I hear the sounds of battle over there. But I cannot be concerned with them just yet. Keep an eye out over there, hounds. What a nasty thing. I must keep in my persona at all times. Oh, this is a very nasty little beast. But blessings of Stendarr be upon you as well. Yanni, there's sounds of battle over there. In Orc stronghold. I cannot leave my brothers and sisters, but yet... Oh. Kinlen sadly turns away from the battle because in her disguise, she cannot let on who she is. I'd better warn those travelers above. Hey there! Blessings of Stendarr!
The suffering the Daedra cause will not go unpunished.
Ah! You are a missionary of Stendarr. You are vigilant?
Yes. Our order was founded after the Oblivion Crisis. We dedicate our lives to facing the threat of Daedra wherever they appear. We're quartered in the Hall of the Vigilant. Keeper Karset heads Skyrim's branch of our order there, providing healing and justice as needed.
That's wonderful. I know all about Stendarr, but what is your view upon the Great Divine?
He is the god of mercy, the patron of order and justice for all of Tamriel. We bring his compassion where none can be found, by cleansing all those who would offend his children.
Well, that is not quite how I view Stendarr's mercies, but to each their own, I suppose. Blessings be upon you, good fellow Stendarr, missionary and vigilant.
None escape the vigil. All come into the light.
Well, a rather beautiful way of dealing with... Good morn. Hurrying along her way, Kinlen continues down the road. So, I think what we're going to do here, now that she's gotten out of the way of those vigilance, is I think it's time for a book. This one is a particular delight for me to present because it's read by Stu, who is the proprietor of Couch Warrior TV here on YouTube. Many of you know him. Most of you are subscribed both to me and to him. So he needs a little introduction. For those of you guys who are new, he's a roleplay extraordinaire, amazing Skyrim player and a friend of mine and an awesome dude. So yeah, he's just all around great. So we are going to listen to, I believe it is Wind and Sun. And this is a Skyrim book. So enjoy this Skyrim audiobook as we walk along on this misty morn, or afternoon, I should say, and we walk along to Riften.
Wind and Sand by Afa Sariant. Let the wind blow, let the sand scour, let the magic of air and sand be free to roam the Alakir. From the mystic membranes that stand between the two, absorb and convey unto me and all who may understand the deep essential powers of the desert. Deserts are often considered to be useless wastelands, avoided by the casual traveler and shunned by the softer species as unfit for civilization. But to those who bother to investigate, to dwell, to live, and to linger in these spaces, a driving hardiness develops that serves them well in all environs should they ever choose to live. A thoughtfulness born of care, for who knows best how to best invest their resources than one who has had to walk half a morning and labor for an hour to extract a few drops of water from an unyielding plant. This same sort of requisite thrift applies to all other creatures who wring their living in such a land. The insight that may be first missed, though, is that the magic of this land is similarly affected. Forgoing the showy lights and sounds of the forest-dwelling mages in Somerset, the flamboyant gesticulations of the Bretons, or even the bellowing of the Nords, there's a certain economy to the casting of the true Alakir wizard. This is not meant as a slight against other magical styles, only noting that such energies might be better focused into reflection and purpose. On Sand. When both foreigners and natives imagine the desert, often their first image is one of orange-hued sand blowing beneath a dark blue sky. Indeed, this is not wholly inaccurate, as the shifting sands are one of the key components not only of the desert, but of its natural magics. Consider, sand is nothing but the weathering of rocks, older by far than any of the living inhabitants who claim a land as theirs. As each rock breaks further, more of its inner space is revealed, until it is practically naught but exposed surface in its aggregate self. This collective then scatters, intermingles, scatters, and repeats in infinite combinations so long as Nirn continues to exist. If we believe, as I do, that the rocks themselves contain remnants of the Magus's gift, then this exposure and combinatorial explosion results in a breadth and diversity of magical energy as is unknown elsewhere in Tamriel. On air. Much as the sand learns from every grain around it, so too does the air which conveys it from one combination to the other, absorb the sense, knowledge of its carried grains. In fact, it is plausible that the air itself is guiding the combinations to novelty and expression. Indeed, consider that in the Nordic tradition, Kine is the widow of Shor, an aspect of Lorcan. Then her ministrations via wind to his physical legacy within Mundus could be seen as a form of celestial mourning from which we mortals can benefit. It would seem indeed that the next level of magical awakening may well be driven by scrying appropriate wind channels to carve novel paths through the vast desert, such as to further diversify the land's memory. Reading the knowledge of the sands, though, is an immense task in itself, though more fit to an army of clerical workers than a wizard of any standing.
Thank you, Stu, for that reading of Wind and Sand, not Sun, Sand. Kinlen's going to enjoy a quick pipe before we head on into Rift, and I love how there's even that wonderful smoke animation coming out. That's fantastic. And that book is courtesy of Skyrim Book Club. That's SkyrimBookClub.ca, and you can listen to many audiobooks of Skyrim and eventually all of the Skyrim books read for you. So thank you so much, Steve, for access and a permission to post that wonderful content on this Let's Play. So, yep, there's everybody. Kinlen straightens her shoulders and gets deeper into the mind and thoughts of her character. Because once we cross through, it's very important for her never to break character as Fiolia, the simple farm peasant. It is beautiful. Isn't it, Johnny? We'll keep the puppies close by so they don't cause any trouble. What say ye?
A calm spirit provides the best counsel.
Agreed.
Lady teaches tolerance.
Yes. To Lady Ma and the good Stendar, mercy and tolerance be upon us. Ah! Hey there.
The Greybeards have summoned the Dragonborn to High Hrothgar. Such a thing has not happened for hundreds of years.
Ah, well, I was actually wanting to know where there is an inn. We've traveled many a mile today, many a league, and my feet are footsore. Ah, okay. And then cross over the bridge and to the right. Ah, thank you.
I'll take my leave then.
And I as well. I look forward to this beautiful city. It smells so fishy. Hello?
Oh, hello there. How are you?
I am well. Yourself?
I'm doing okay. It's just another day with not a lot going on. Is there anything in particular I can help you with?
Yes, actually. I am wondering what you know of this town.
Well, that's something that doesn't happen every day. You want to ask me questions? I'm just a farmhand.
Ah!
On the list of important folks in this town, I'm about as low in common as a borrowed robe. So I don't know who you think I am, stranger, but I'm not at all interesting. You, on the other hand, I bet you've gone on all sorts of adventures.
No, actually I have not. I have done nothing special, well, except for this one mission that I am on, to walk the length and the breadth of Skyrim for Stendar's blessings.
You've seen more in one day than I've seen in all my life. I don't mean that in a negative way, though. I don't really care to see it. My life is here, harvesting crops for the snowshots. It's a simple life, but I can't see what I have to offer you beyond how to pick potatoes.
Well, I enjoy conversing with those I meet upon the road. There's always something to learn and to gain.
Alright, then ask your questions, and I'll try my best to impart what little wisdom I have. Although I'd still rather talk about you.
Let's see. Do you get room and board where you are? On the farm? Does she perhaps have a room to let?
No, but I don't mind. Helga's bunkhouse isn't too expensive, the beds are cozy enough, and Nuluva is easy on the eyes. I know Southern thinks all of Mundus revolves around Helga, and Svanna has her share of suitors, but I don't know. Neither of them strike my fancy. At least, not the way Nuluva does. To be honest, I love everything about the bunkhouse, except maybe Valander.
Ah! Naluva, you say? This is your lady love?
You haven't met her? She's a Dunmer woman with eyes like ebony, and a voice as smooth as the surface of Lake Honridge.
Well, she sounds lovely. And you say Helga's bunkhouse is a place that I might look for lodging. Well, good. Thank you, and Stendar's blessings be upon you.
All right, then.
What a good man. Come, Yanni. The market seems to be closed. The guard said there was an inn as you cross over this bridge and to the right. Oh, that smell. It's most pungent. Good day. Ah. Stendar's blessings be upon you.
Divines bless you. May the ground you walk quake as you pass.
Oh, well, that would make me rather dizzy. Here, a gold piece for you with Stendar's blessings.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Ah, thank you. And to you as well.
All right, then.
Are there other people who are in need of Stendar's blessings here? Oh, there are two. Oh, hello.
Greetings, traveler. I don't think we've met. My name's Kayleen. That's right, the Kayleen. Professional bard, playwright, and stage actress. Okay, I'm really just a beggar, but you didn't hear that from me.
Oh. But as you can see from the lute upon my and my brother's backs that we sing as well, but I have not heard of you.
Exactly, but just because I'm a beggar, it doesn't mean I can't fake being a busker. It's a fine line, you know. One gets paid out of pity, and the other gets to pretend they earned it.
Oh, but, well, it seems you've fallen on hard times.
My luck may be down, but my spirits are high. But they'll feel even higher with a coin or two.
Oh, well, here, a coin and Stendar's blessings.
Thank you, traveler. What would you like me to perform?
I would like to hear you sing.
Excellent. This one is called In the Clouds. There once was a simple farmer who ruled with an iron foot and made sure that his livestock were acting as they should. The sheeps were always sheepish, the plants planted in the ground. The ducks were always ducking, and the horses horsed around. All across the farm they did their namesakes proud, all save the wistful farmer whose head was in the clouds.
All meats guaranteed, clean and free from rock joint.
Well, good day then. That was, most illuminating. Well, I think we might be able to do her one better. Good day. Good day. Stendar's blessings.
Please, I need but a septum. A septum is all I ask. Is that so bad?
Here, have a gold piece.
Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Until next time.
Ah, thank you, Hugh. My stomach is rumbling. Many good things to eat here. We'll try this, the bee and bob. This sounds good. I don't know where this bunkhouse is, but we'll try this first.
If you've got the coin, you've come to the right place. Pull up a seat.
Yes.
Ah, hello.
How are we doing over here?
Give me a stew, and make it quick.
Stendar's blessings.
If you've got the coin, you're welcome here. Otherwise, hit the road.
I do have coin. I earn it most humbly with my lute.
Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Ah, good. Thank you. I'm wondering if I might have also a refill of water.
Of course.
For your sake, I hope you're right. Because if it is you, and maybe...
Kinlen counts out 5 coins and places them upon the bar and then mentions, I'd like also to perform, if this evening is good for you.
Of course.
Yeah, sure. What you young pups know about
Well,
the Great War?
I served
all right.
the Great War against the Thalmor. I've fought in more battles than I've got years of life in me.
Valkis.
Thief,
I mean,
give us fortune.
Yanni. Let's play.
Mid the shadow hide our movements.
And so we're going to whip up the songbook. So one of the things that's hard for me as a role player is when I see Valgis's name, I automatically say his name as opposed to let's see here. There we go. As opposed to trying to remember his character, you know, how we're currently in disguise. So I will probably make that mistake more than once. Let's whip out the songbook. Kinlen was taught a few songs of Cyrodiil in Bruma, and also one song that she learned at the feet of the court musicians in the White Gold Tower. The Queen's Almain will be the first song that she plays for the hungry and tired patrons today. Thank you. Stendarr's blessings be upon you all. Yanni, I'm going to go upstairs to rest my feet. They are footsore. Good evening. Before I do, let me see. Do you happen to have...
Welcome to the Bee and Barb, milady. If I can interest you in one of our special drinks, you let me know.
Special drinks?
3, in fact. They're my own recipe. Brought them over here from my days as a bartender in Gideon. First is the Velvet Lechance, which is a mixture of blackberry, honey, spiced wine, and a touch of nightshade. Perfectly safe, I assure you. Second, we have the White Gold Tower, which is heavy cream with a layer of blended mead, lavender, and dragon's tongue on top. Last, and only for the bravest of souls, we have the Cliff Racer, which is firebrand wine, Cyrodiilic brandy, Flynn, and Sujama.
Those sound most delicious, and I don't normally imbibe, but, well, it's a good day, don't you think?
Take a look.
This, White Gold Tower seems a bit heavy with all of the cream, and I don't think I'm brave enough for a Cliff Racer, but this Velvet Lechance, I love spiced wine. Kinlen takes out her coins and purchases all of the Velvet Lechance, enough for herself and to share with Yanni, her brother here. And thank you. Oh, and I heard you speaking with the bartender.
I met her when I wandered into Riften a few years ago. Been smitten with her ever since. In fact, I'm thinking of asking her to marry me. In Blackmarsh, tradition dictates we present a potential mate a unique wedding ring to represent our future bond. I already have the gold band, but all I need are 3 flawless amethysts to complete the setting.
Oh, unfortunately, I don't have any of those. I'm just from the farm, not much coin.
I understand. Hopefully I'll be able to save my meager earnings up to buy them one day.
I wish you the best of luck in that.
If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
Yes, I can see that you are very busy. Okay, so Valgus is going to stay downstairs here. There's someone heading upstairs. And back downstairs. Don't know who that is. Let's see. This room looks occupied. Is it this one? I think this is it. So, at this point, I think we should just, after Kinlen takes a moment to eat something, she's going to take a look at the bottles of wine that she got here. And as she looks at one of those bottles, let's see, where did those go? They're not in food. Are they in potions? Goodness gracious, who knows? Oh, Velvet Lechance, yeah, they're in potions. Okay, so as she takes a look at these, she can see on that one of them's the label is loose. She pulls the label off, and on the back are written the words, "For use in your mission. Signed, P.S." Kinlen smiles a slow, happy smile, and is surprised, but never too surprised, at who helps her out on her journey. That Talon Jay, she says to herself, must be one of Father's agents. Wonderful. This will help me. Perhaps if I can find a way to get the guard to drink this. Yes. Perfect. Thank you, Father. So, that is a little gift from Patronus Saul Tullius. P.S. And eager to try it out, and looking at the time, it seems a bit late. Everyone will be in bed at this point, and Kinlen has taken an hour or more to enjoy her food. So I think it's going to be a quick bath and then sleep. There's a little table. Oh. Hello?
Greetings, traveler. My name is Jade. I offer you Mara's blessing, that her light may guide you on the... Oh, who am I kidding? You'll end up like all the rest.
The rest? Do you mean...
Oh, you must be new to Riften. Well, if you're looking for marital guidance, I suggest you speak to Maramal or Dinya. I can't seem to get a single soul into Mara's embrace. I think I'm cursed.
Oh. Well, Stendar's blessings. I am a follower of his mercy, but... You have been unlucky in your following of Mara?
As acolytes of Mara, we're supposed to put those who've lost their way back on the path toward true love. But I can't seem to keep a single couple together.
Oh. Well, perhaps if you find love yourself, you would know how to bring it to others.
Ugh, you sound like Maramal. And suddenly I'm beginning to feel nauseous.
You seem less devout with Mara's path. The other priests that I've met on the road from time to time, well, they seem more, loving.
Is it that obvious? I suppose the name's a dead giveaway, too. Well, it's not exactly a secret around here, so I might as well tell you. I used to be a member of the Thieves' Guild.
Oh! But they steal things. Oh, she's a potential follower. Interesting. But where does Jade come from?
Well, I didn't really have much use for my old name, so when I met Sapphire, I decided to change my name too. Green eyes, Jade. It doesn't take a college mage to figure out that gems make pretty names for girls.
Well, Sapphire. Let's see. But marital issues. So you have been unlucky in finding love?
I know the difference between luck and curses. Bad luck is rain at a picnic, ataxia on your first date. Bad luck can throw love off course, but it can't capsize a ship the way a curse can.
You mean...
Well, take Aaron, for instance. A dashing man saves the life of a beautiful warrior, in a story fit for the tales. Not only that, but he gets her to move in with him. At this point, the wedding's just a formality.
But yet this Aaron is not married?
Well, the first mistake was he asked for my counsel. His second mistake was following it. Literally. When I said don't leave her side, I didn't mean her backside. A man has to lead. Somehow the poor soul managed to gain her confidence, her trust, her friendship, but not her love.
Ah, I see. I think I saw this lovelorn man standing behind her just down below, looking into the river. Well, I see what you mean. Well, let's see. It sounds like Aaron may just be waiting here in Riften alone, if he doesn't do something soon.
You sound awfully pleased about that. Is there something I should know? Wait, don't tell me. I'd just ruin it.
Some people just are not compatible. It is not always your fault.
Tell that to Sodrin. He still blames me for ruining his chances with Helga, as if that weren't his own fault. Helga likes big, strong men. As for Sodrin, well, the other day I think I hurt my shoulder just looking at him.
Oh. Well, I understand that he is very infatuated with this Helga from the bunkhouse.
Okay.
Well, I suppose it was nice talking. Thank you. Good eve.
Mara protect you.
So I'm going to keep an eye out for her, and we may come back and you know, before we leave Riften and gather her as a follower. I just want to check out and see what kind of combat she does, because if she used to be a thief, that might make Kinlen a little nervous. However, if she's very good with a bow or something of that nature. On a whim, Kinlen heads out. Just to see if there might be a room for rent or more comfortable rooms here in Helga's bunkhouse. I don't know which of these buildings it may be, but this looks big. Let's see what the sign says. Ah, simple. 2 inns doing business across the way from each other. Ah, hello. Proprietress?
I can't take it anymore, Tithus. Indarin keeps pushing me around and I'm not even doing anything wrong.
Maybe it's time you quit then.
And do what? Losing a job from the Blackbriar family would make me a marked man. No one would ever take me on anywhere else.
Don't let it get you down. Indarin will eventually tire of picking on you and move on to someone else.
Excuse me?
Sorry about the mess. Keeping this place clean is quite a chore.
No worries. I do not mind at all. Do you work here?
Work? I suppose you can call it that. I call it slavery. I work my fingers to the bone keeping this disgusting place clean. Ever since my parents died and Helga took me in, it's been a nightmare. How was I to know she was such a wretched woman? So now I'm stuck living here, while those pigs she calls customers grope me and say the most awful things.
No. But you say that Helga is unkind?
It's not just the work, it's everything about her. She's disgusting. I think she takes her worship of Dibella a bit too seriously. Do you know she slept with 3 different men in the last month alone? What kind of woman would do such a thing? Just for once, I'd like to see her squirm, to rub her nose in it.
Perhaps you will find a way to do such a thing, though I think it would be better to find your fortunes elsewhere.
Actually, there is. But I don't think I could get away with doing it. She'd kill me if she found out. You see, I happen to know, after she makes love, she gives her partner a token of her affection, called a Mark of Dibella. If you confront her with 3 of the marks, she'd be so embarrassed. Well, I don't know what she'd do.
Oh no, I could not find my way to do such a thing. Stindar's blessings?
Yeah, you're right. Maybe it's not the best idea.
Ah, well, Stendar's blessings.
Not like you care anyway.
No, I don't really. Well, I do.
You just take a bed here. There's no need to sleep in Beggar's Row.
The cold stone, the dampness. It suits me, Svanna.
Are you sure that's the real reason? It wouldn't have anything to do with others making an Argonian unwelcome. Because if it is...
You have a kind heart. Much too kind for Riften. Don't worry about me. I'll be just fine.
Well...
So, Branche, business as awful for you as it is for all of us?
Worse. The Khajiit caravans are the only way to get supplies into the city. And even those are becoming more infrequent.
Well, let's all raise a flagon to Ulfric, future king of Skyrim and bringer of poverty to the working class.
Grelka, lower your voice before you get us both in trouble.
Well, I think it is time that I make my way out. Plus, that place had an unpleasant smell. I think it is time for me to be abed.
If you've got the coin, you've come to the right place. Pull up a seat.
Okay, so I'm going to put our heroine to bed. And her puppies come and curl themselves up.
Hey, Taylor, get off your lake.
Get off your lazy tail. Yeah, she sounds delightful. What a sweetheart, huh? We're going to just get 6 hours because Kinlen wants to get up and out. Plus, there's an unpleasant smell that permeates everything in Riften. Of dead fish and rats.
Tail and take
Keep
care
your
of the
scales
customer.
on.
It might be too early for anyone to be awake at the Jarl's palace. But I'd better buy some food. And then see what we need to do in order to get this job done and to get out of here. Ah, good morning, puppy. Stendar's blessings.
What can I get you? Meat? Wine?
No, just food. Food, please. And I played last night. Coin for my breakfast?
Thank you. Here, this is for you.
Let's see, she got 25 gold.
Looking for a place to stay?
Let's see what she has for sale. Miss Kinlen is a bit hungry this morning. Not salt. Kinlen loves bread. She's going to get some leeks. She does not like Horker stew. It's too oily. A lavender dumpling. Let's see. A sandwich. More bread, because bread. And some vegetable soup, some hot soup. Is there anything else? Argonian blood wine. Probably not. Oh, and apple pies. Of course. And a tomato to go on that sandwich.
Come back and see us again.
We'll give a treat to Miko and Scout. Kinlen can't help but notice that the man over there looks very much like the man she met on the road. Good morn. Stendar's blessings be upon you.
My skill in battle is unmatched. Fortunately for you, that skill can be bought.
Oh, I will consider it.
Why settle for just stabbing your foes when you can roast them alive in a gout of arcane fire?
It is the man.
Hey,
So-
Jason, get off your lazy tail and take care of the customer.
Scales on.
So I do have a mod in that stops them from coming, the bartenders from coming around and asking if you want anything, because it gets pretty tedious every time you sit down. Let's see here. Valgus and Kinlen enjoy their breakfast, and Kinlen's going to have that sandwich with some Orsinian battle tea, put some venison on that, and a bit of water to finish up. She's got a lot of vegetable soup. We'll also have to eat that up as well. And we need to get some more dog treats pretty soon. But after eating, Kinlen thinks through her plan. I think my best bet is to somehow be able to feed some of this, making sure to use the one with the loose label on it. This what is it again? Velvet Lachance? Yes. A bottle of this, given to a guard, should cause him to perhaps, maybe even fall asleep. Good. I think this is one I do best on my own. I'll leave Valgus and the puppies here. That's the temple, I think.
Selling fine jewelry here.
And here. Well, this is a lovely, lovely palace. Perhaps I may even see the Jarl and be able to play for her. That would be wonderful. I will be blessed most handsomely by Stendar. And we're going to end this episode here. And in the next episode, we're going to go in and see what we can do to, to take down that guard and get him out of the way and find out evidence about Anuriel, the steward here in Riften, and continue to move the story along. This is episode 3 of All Day Skyrim. On today, November 11th, the 5th anniversary of the Jessa Channel, and I am so glad you joined me for this episode. If you enjoyed what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button below. And if you loved it, join the party and subscribe. I'll see you back here for more Skyrim goodness all day here on the channel. And as always, thank you so much for watching.